Oh, hello. I did not mean to do another sitting at my kitchen table video today. Turns out I just need to sit on the couch for 2 hours when I get home before I have energy to do anything. My day started with waking up at 5 again. And I think before I left, I was looking at my upcoming schedule, and I have like one day where I get off at 8:30 and then start at 6:45 again the next day. And I was like, when will this end? It's so terrible. And then I feel like the whole time I was biking to work, I was thinking about how terrible it was. So I definitely started the day feeling grumpy about my schedule. And when I got to work, I would just sat on the floor in the storage room for a few minutes, and I was like, I deserve a treat or something. I know I've had friends who work like way more hours than me, that had worse jobs. Like, nothing is terrible, but I was just like, this isn't what I want to be doing with my time. So if it is what I must be doing, I want a treat. And I was just like, what if I bought a Switch? I could do that. Historically, I've never wanted a Switch. My ex used to offer to buy me one. I was like, no, I don't like video games. Why would I want that? But that's just the kind of place I was in. I was like, what do I deserve? Something. So then when I got home, I got to thinking about when you're, or me specifically, working a lot and you want to like give yourself a little something as a reward or rest or make you feel better and stuff, what can you do? Obviously the thing I would like to have is time. Like, I feel like the activities I like to do are very cheap and simple. Like, if I could have time to just stay home and sew or like hang out at the park, I would be perfectly happy. That would be great. But I don't have the time to do that so much. So I was more thinking about like things you can spend money on. Like, what are things that you wouldn't normally think to do, but it's like, I'm working so much and I don't have time to spend money. No, what am I trying to say? This month especially, I don't have a lot of like things planned because my coworker was going to be away, so I was going to have to like, wasn't allowed to book any time off. I don't have any like a weekend away or anything, so I was kind of like, what are some things I could plan to look forward to? We went to a concert the other night, and now Mia's kind of like, oh yeah, you can go to concerts. I'm like, oh yes, I could plan for another concert. And of course later in the summer I have more like actual weekends off that will be nice. But in terms of like things I could just do within my busy days, well, first of all, today I went to Michael's after work because I had a gift card. My favorite markers, my light blue, dried up because I guess I use that the most, so I was like, I'll go buy a new one of that single marker. And then I also stopped at T&T and got stuff for dinner, so it was, this is not a treat, but I guess it was nice that I got off while stores were still open, and then I used that time to go buy some little things that I needed. Oh, I was thinking about, I am subscribed to someone's Patreon where I get like a stationery set every month, and I always look forward to it so much. Like when I check the mailbox and it's there, I'm like, ooh, I get to go open it, and I always like motivate myself to do the dishes or something first before I get to open it. So I was like, oh, I have so much money from all this working I'm doing. The problem is I don't need any more stationery or stuff in general. If there was something else that I was like, oh, it'd be nice to get that every month, maybe I would do that. I feel like I always need underwear all the time. I don't know what happens to it. And I feel like I keep getting ads on Instagram for like monthly underwear subscriptions. Doesn't seem like something I would do, but it's on the verge. Oh, so the Vancouver Art Gallery is by donation on Tuesday evenings. So, but I have like ongoing commitments on Tuesday evenings. So I'm always like, oh, when can I go to the art gallery? Like, oh, it's canceled this week. Maybe I'll go to the art gallery, and I haven't. And then I was like, it's like $20 or something. I could go on a regular day if I really wanted to. Like, I don't need to wait for things to fit into my schedule. I can fit them in where I can. And the last thing I wrote down, can you believe there are notes for this video? I can't. But for months now, it feels like. Well, I went to Victoria with my friends in like September. So maybe not immediately after that, but for ages, I've been like, I need to go to Victoria. I don't care if anyone will come with me or not. I just want to like go spend 2 days there and hang out. I don't normally have that much availability. I'm looking at my calendar right now. No, I don't. But if honestly, next time I have 3 days off in a row, which sometimes happens, I could just go to Victoria. Like, it's not that expensive. I wouldn't do anything there. I would just hang out. But I want to go back to my old favorite parks, go to my favorite restaurants, and I think that would be a very nice break from the usual routine. I guess that's what I've been thinking about today. I have some graveyard shifts coming up, and I usually buy myself like a couple of little chocolates or candies because you need something to eat to stay awake at 4 a.m. And I got the $6 Brookside chocolates. So I'm doing great. Doing a good job. I know this video is so all over the place and rambly. That's what you get when you have 1 hour total to make it. But I just realized the main thing I didn't say is my big problem lately is I'm so tired all the time. And especially I started biking again instead of busing, so I have less of a commute time, but that maybe makes me more tired. And like the last 2 days, like even when I get off early and I have an afternoon to myself, I'm so tired, like I literally sit down on a couch and can't move. That is, I think, what I'm most frustrated by. So it's like, how can I reclaim my time off when I don't have the energy to do the things I enjoy? I feel like that's more of what my struggle is. Not like I need a treat, but more like, how can you possibly replace time and energy with money and objects? There, that's a little bit better an ending, huh?